I don't wake up in the morning and I say, because I am a woman, I must do this. I wake up in the morning, if there is something I need to do, I just say, I must do this. I think that this whole idea of multiplying and dividing we learned in maths in school, but somehow it has come into our lives where we feel beyond maths as humans, we need to multiply and divide us further and further and further and further and further. So not only first we are divided as genders, then we're divided by sexuality and our sexual preferences. There is no end to the division, no end to that. And I feel somewhere along the way, the biggest lesson that I have learned is that to get anywhere in life, you just have to get yourself out of the way. That's it, simple. The only thing stopping you is you, nobody else. So it's your preconception of what you're going to think. It's your preconception of what's going to happen. It's your preconception of how it's supposed to be. To be honest, like I always say, it's not about them, it's about me. So I have really not cared about the comments. In fact, I don't even remember a comment. It really doesn't matter. I feel people will always find something to talk about. Especially with me, I'm very expressive. If it's not my ink, it's my hair. If it's not my hair, it's my fascination with black clothing. I don't think it's just a lot of women in general. I think a lot of men as well. Men are very, if you ask a man, what is it to be a man? Let's see if he can answer that question. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. But if you ask a woman, what is it to be a woman? You will get that answer very fast. Why? Because as women, we are constantly asked that question, which right there destroys the idea of feminism. Feminism is equality. If you're never going to ask a man that, why do you feel that you need to ask a woman that? For me, I was very lucky, or not, I don't know. But at 13, I have been a really bold, rebellious teenager. So at 13, when people start calling you a whore, you're kind of looking around like, I don't even know what that word is. Like back then, really I had no clue what that is, So you get so used to a word as being just a word because you had no understanding of that word. So even today, if you say whore, I don't see any negative connotations in that because I feel when a woman chooses to sell her body, it's not because she wants to. There is a lot of outward circumstances that we don't see, and that's why she does it. So there is respect in that. There's nothing, so it's all how you see it, but that word really doesn't really mean anything. So I have been married many times. Just so we get that off. It's not once. I've been married 3 times. And there is no such thing as I'm anti-marriage or anything. And I'm sure I'll get married many more times. I don't look at marriage as a forever thing. I don't look at anything as a forever thing. We are all here temporary. We come, we go. Everything comes, everything goes. So even with marriage, the minute you tell me forever, I will probably start to freak out because it's just not how I see anything in life. When it comes to kids, I think that to be able to have the compassion for others, I think completely justified me not having that child. I don't know, a lot of people tell me till you don't go through it, you don't know. So maybe I'll never know because I don't want to go through it. This much I'm very clear. I don't want to go through that process. I think that it's not something that I'm really attracted to. I'm not going to go through 9 months of that from what I have seen of people. But that's just a shallow point of view. But to be honest, I feel that there are so many wonderful kids out there that I could just adopt. There are humans out there that you can just reach out to. And I felt somewhere along the way, I have finally mustered the courage to do that. So in the last 3 years, I feel myself reaching out a lot more to connect to people. and maybe that is the mother in me that is just trying to reach out and create beautiful bonds without actually being a blood bond, because we give so much importance to this blood sort of bond, which I never have really. I mean, if I'm in trouble, the family is the last person I will call. And when I kind of, gave it off to him, I think he was surprised, because he's not used to anyone, let alone a woman, giving it off to you, right?